Hi everybody, I was challenged by Steph Bienert to share my feedback on the first Lead to Win experiment over video versus an email. So Steph, this one's for you. I can do that in a video. So we had our coach team assimilation with a small group from ITQ yesterday. So I would say that I'll share my thoughts on how it went overall, and then I'll talk to you about a couple of the things that I think that we can improve for the next one, and then some things that I thought went well. Maybe not in those orders because I didn't write this down. I'm just going to freestyle. So overall, I would say it went really well. If I had to give it a grade on a scale of 1 to 5 in the spirit of experimentation, I would say it was about a 4, because if the goal of these experiments is for us to learn, I learned a ton and have a lot of great ideas for how to make the process even better the next round in a couple of weeks. So I feel really good about that. Some of the most positive aspects of this, one, I would say that general interpretation of the map, no, this isn't, that wasn't the goal of this experiment. That's Steph and Aaron's experiment, but it was sort of an outcome of this because I had them review the map as pre-work. Overall understanding of the map seemed pretty clear. Like, it seemed there were a couple of boxes I could tell that they didn't understand and they didn't interpret it the way that we intended for it to be interpreted. But generally speaking, it was clear, and it really enabled them to have a good conversation and kind of all speaking the same language, which is what we were hoping. From a process improvement perspective, a few things. One, we either need more time or I need to look at the design and take some things out. We ran out of time for what I believe is the most important part of this, which is sort of the now what? What are we going to do with this information? How are we going to commit as a team to holding each other accountable and to holding our coach accountable? So we ran out of time for that even in the 3 hours we had allotted, which didn't feel great. So that's something that I want to look at. Two, this is really tactical, but bringing a copy of the map or copies of the map. So thankfully, thanks to Suzanne with the mobile map, I was able to airdrop it to people in the room, and then someone went out and made copies, but that was just a little minor thing that I will change for next time. And then three, I would say would be a little bit more clarity around some of the questions that we asked. Because many of them and the way that they were asked, and it was sort of hindsight as I could see them processing it, that they were all interpreting it different ways. These questions were so open-ended that they actually were left it kind of up to people's interpretation, which means that, if you've got multiple people in the room interpreting the same question in a different way, it makes it a little bit challenging to have a discussion as a group. So those are the main things that I can see myself cleaning up before our next one, which is the Monday after Thanksgiving break. I think it's November 28th maybe. So those are the main things. But overall, a really great session, a really passionate, engaged group. So that just made it fun, selfishly, for me as a facilitator to be able to spend that afternoon with them. And I think, I think more to come, but I think that it was a good experiment, and I look forward to hearing from each of you in the coming weeks as you conduct your experiments. Certainly feel free to reach out to me if you have any specific questions, and Jan, I'll send you some more specifics since I know you have this experiment coming up on your end soon too. All right, thanks everyone. Have a great day.
Whoa.